Ladies and gentlemen, they all look so gorgeous, right? As part of the celebration of Linklick's anniversary, us fans are blessed with wonderful new art and songs from the latest music album every year. The first album was Surprising Click, then it was followed by Map of Dreams, and then for their 5th anniversary in 2026 is Dream Out. There's a music video for each new song, but before those MVs are released, they post some teasers and previews to promote it. And in this video, we'll be looking into most of them. So, feel the tick, tock, here we go! If my memory didn't fail me, in the past 2 years, they had released 2 teaser videos. The first will be a literal sneak peek, because the video would even hide the central characters in each song. Then it's followed by an animated trailer featuring a clip of each song. But there's more than usual this year. So first, there was this video which showed Cheng Xiaoshi and Xia Fei in another world, then hinted about the songs being centered on unusual pairs. And that's the usual first teaser. But there was another video continuing from it. So on the sequel, the Sunshines were shown exploring a new world, and they later met up with the other characters. And the latest is the animated teaser featuring clips of the actual songs. But starting in last year's Map of Dreams, the Linklick social media accounts had been sharing some lore about the characters in a fantasy world, and this year's Dream Out had something similar. Moreover, there's a new kind of promotional video which weren't available in the past years, and that is the last episode of the Chibi specials. Unlike the other episodes of the second season of the Chibi specials, its last episode is more of a spin-off to promote the music project. It begins with Qiao Ling, who has summoned the boys, asking them to help in making the magical clock's hand move, and the purpose is for the music project event. As Liu Xiao has mentioned, the event is called Dream Out, the runaway clock hand. They are tasked to make the clock hand to start running, but they'll only be able to do that by performing based on what's written on the card that they have drawn. If they perform correctly, the clock's hand will move. If otherwise, it will stop. Everyone has been successful in making the clock hand move, except for Cheng Xiaoshi. It might be because Cheng Xiaoshi is such an idiot and a failure. But it could also mean something else, right? Like, only he cannot move time. Or rather, only his time couldn't move on. Or something like that. Of course, I'm thinking of something tragic again. But moving on, I think the words on the cards they have drawn are actually keywords that hint about what we can expect from the upcoming music videos and from Season 3 Part 1. So first we have unknown, which might mean that it will be revealing some things that we don't know before. Like, it will remind us or make us aware of the things we don't know about Linklick's story. I wonder why Qiao Ling just focused on uttering positive stuff on her part. Is she giving us hope? I'd like to believe that. Then we have mystery, which probably meant that those unknown things will remain unknown, or mysterious to us rather, because it is not yet the time to reveal what they truly mean. So in other words, it might mean that the Dream Out series will give us some hints of what may happen in Season 3 without actually revealing anything. Oh, what torture. By the way, Liu Xiao's supposed magic trick looks so real. It doesn't look like a trick like Cheng Xiaoshi's at all. And why did these cards emphasize Qiao Ling's queenness? Please, tell us that Her Majesty Qiao Ling will have a glorious moment in Season 3. Anyway, the next one is lively. Oh my god, Vayne is so funny. Xia Fei was trying to escape, but him still getting hit is even funnier. The poor darling must have been a victim of Vayne's liveliness before, which is why he was this traumatized. And then we see Cheng Xiaoshi and all the boys running from Vayne, who keeps on missing the actual target. This epic fail moment of Vane is making people believe that him always failing to shoot Lu Guang in this scene is related to this. It's quite ridiculous, but I admit it's pretty convincing. Next is elegance. It might have something to do with their main costumes being so fancy and majestic. Inplik Nim actually has interesting commentary about their costumes. I'll consider discussing about them in a separate video. So the next card says collab. OMG, I was screaming from so much excitement that Xia Fei picked Liu Xiao and Vane as his collab partners instead of his baby brother. They are his priority as much as Cheng Xiaoshi prioritizes Lu Guang and Qiao Ling. Oh, well, I think the collab keyword is straightforward. It should refer to their collaborations with their assigned partner or group members, and they need to work together in order to give us a good performance. Or could we be expecting some collabs in Season 3 too? Wait, that would mean the Breeden Trio will finally act together in Season 3? OMG! I'll just distract myself with this performance of the Breeden Trio for now. They're like professional idols. Even Qiao Ling approves. Anyway, the last one is Showdown. And I suppose that refers to Dream Out being like a competition between the different pairs. I don't like it that the different performances are being called as stages, though, because it reminds me of Alien Stage. I really don't like the idea of an actual showdown between the main trio and the Breeden Trio. I know they've been hinting about that since Map of Dreams and even Pain, so I need to accept it eventually. By the way, did you notice that Lu Guang and Xia Fei are at the center in each trio performance? There's been a change on the main video with Lu Guang and Cheng Xiaoshi switching places, but it's been consistent with Xia Fei. Cheng Xiaoshi is the main protagonist, so that's understandable. Lu Guang is the main character too, and he knows most of the secrets, so he will definitely have a big role as he did in the Breeden arc. But with Xia Fei, it's quite suspicious. Well, the Breeden arc had been portraying Vane as the main villain, yet hinting Liu Xiao as the mastermind. But Xia Fei might be the biggest twist. Or perhaps this simply means that he'll have the biggest role among the Breeden trio in Season 3 Part 1. Hopefully, we will finally find out whatever Xia Fei had been hiding. Anyway, if their mission in the Chibi episode is to make the clock hand move, they have a similar mission in the other world. The Link characters were summoned into another world. The residences of this dreamland are these adorable creatures called cliques. Xia Fei is familiar with them because there are actually clique figures in their original world, and he's even a collector of them. Liu Xiao's company sells the products, and I won't be surprised if Lu Guang the otaku has bought figures too. Well, Cheng Xiaoshi appears to be unfamiliar with them since he didn't know what they were when he woke up in that new world. Xia Fei had filled him in as they walked towards the center stage. The other group that were together was that of Qiao Ling and the twins. Li Tianchen's reaction was quite touching. He was surprised and happy to see his sister alive. I suppose spin-offs are the only way we can see more of Li Tianxi like this. Anyway, the next pair shown is the chaotic duo. I love them so much. Lu Guang's itching to shoot Vane. And Vane was even amused that Lu Guang is so angry at him. The last pair shown is Jae Lee and Liu Xiao. OMG! Jae Lee actually calls Liu Xiao with a pet name.
Little bird.
So there's a little bird, then stray kitten. So who could be deer? By the way, did you guys also notice that there are differences on how the pairs approach the stage? Well, the sunshines are linked, so it shows that they are walking together. The twins are walking together too, and they're following Qiao Ling closely. It's similar with Jae Lee and Liu Xiao, but with a bit more distance. The distance is enough for a gentleman to escort a lady. But look at the distance between Lu Guang and Vane. Lu Guang clearly cannot stand being near the psycho. Oh, I can imagine Vane having fun in following the kitty. The first to arrive should have been Qiao Ling's group, but how come Shiguang were able to get together earlier? Wait, did Lu Guang run away from Vane that fast? But anyway, it looks like Lu Guang had been glaring at Vane, or maybe both at Liu Xiao and Vane. Then Xia Fei asks about the new guy. The one Xia Fei was referring to is Jae Lee, so it confirms that he doesn't know about Jae Lee before season 3 at least. But OMG, look at Vane's reaction. It is rare to see him annoyed at someone, right? Oh, this strongly hints that Vane and Jae Lee know each other. And there are more hints about it in their daily schedule, but I'll discuss about that next time. Anyway, now that the performers are together, they had been assigned with a particular team, and I think it somewhat reveals some character lore. A dream is related to one's mind or psyche, which might be why Wang Qing, as a psychologist, had been assigned to act as a host or MC in this world. So it's like she has been counseling the patients through a dream. Each patient is a singer in this dream world. The singers include the 6 main characters plus the twins. Jae Lee is actually considered as a special guest, who for some reason is also assigned to perform together with the singers. Interestingly, the performers are paired up with the people they don't normally collaborate with. Perhaps it's because they are intentionally paired with the best partner that can bring out their inner selves or something like that. So it's really possible that these pairs aren't for the sake of being random. There might be some important interaction between them in season 3. Anyway, each performer is assigned with a concept or theme that is based on the 7 deadly sins or the 7 heavenly virtues. If you're not familiar with these, well, they are basically core concepts in Christian theology that are used to guide moral behavior. So this sin and virtue assignment may hint to us a character's morality. The sins are considered as vices with a corresponding virtue that acts as their remedies. So the protagonists are expected to be assigned with the virtues, while the antagonists will naturally be assigned with the sins. But interestingly, there are characters and pairs which break that norm. Let's start with the ones which follow the standard. First, we have chastity versus lust, which are assigned to Jae Lee and Liu Xiao respectively. Then we have kindness versus envy, which are assigned to Qiao Ling, then the twins. Next is supposed to be sloth versus diligence or gluttony versus temperance. But it looks like the sins are assigned to the cliques, while the corresponding virtues are assigned to Cheng Xiaoshi and Xia Fei. It's like a tag team. Could the cliques be somewhat representing Cheng Xiaoshi and Xia Fei's common enemies? Or there's no relation since the cliques are actually paired with Wang Qing. Anyway, it's really interesting for an antagonist to be assigned with a virtue. Or maybe this just shows that Xia Fei is not an enemy, at least in the beginning of Season 3 Part 1. Anyway, the next pair is supposed to be humility versus pride, which are assigned to Wang Qing and Vane respectively. Maybe Wang Qing is associated to humility because it's related to why she is hosting the event in the first place, because humility is related to valuing other people. So it's like she is counseling the other characters in this dreamlike universe regardless if they are friend or foe. But instead of being paired with Vane, Wang Qing appears to be grouped with the cliques. Supposedly, Rat is against the virtue of patience, but there's no character that is assigned to patience. Or maybe not yet, because a secret new character is the one assigned to it. But there are no characters for charity and greed either. So maybe they simply run out of characters to assign. Anyway, the last pair is Rat versus Pride. Opposite to Xia Fei, Lu Guang with Rat is a protagonist assigned with a sin. It's quite controversial. I'll try to go deeper about the symbolisms of sins and virtues in each pair once their main songs are released. So I'll do that in another video. By the way, did you know that there's information about what the characters were doing in preparation for their performance? The singers were tasked to list their daily schedules as they prepare for their performance, but they won't be able to specify the actual time since time had stopped in that world. There isn't even a concept of day and night, but some of the main characters had come up with ways. Qiao Ling and Vane just used their intuition to determine time, while Guang and Liu Xiao made their own system, which will help them in identifying time somehow. But the Sunshines didn't bother and just did whatever they felt like doing at that time. Tianchen wasn't obedient enough to list down his schedule, while Tianxi just drew her observations of each group instead. Jae Lee and Wang Qing did something similar. When it comes to meal times, the trios eat together when the hungry one invites the others. Cheng Xiaoshi is the one who picks up Guang and Qiao Ling to eat, while Vane is the one who invites Xia Fei and Liu Xiao to have a meal. And oh, it seems that Qiao Ling hangs out with Tianxi after practice, and when she found out a good food stall, she had planned to invite the boys for next time. Aw, she still thinks of them when they're apart. By the way, Cheng Xiaoshi has the habit of spying on another group's rehearsal progress. The puppy cannot stand being separated from the kitty, even if he hangs out with his awesome big bro, huh? But it seems that it's not only Cheng Xiaoshi who likes spying on another group. Well, Xia Fei has actually noticed that the new person has been watching them. Oh, if you haven't heard about it yet, there's actually more information and lore about how they prepared for their performances in the recent interview episodes. So I'll try to discuss more about them in another video, okay? Now, it's time to talk about the actual Dream Out music video. So, here we go! Last June 6, 2026, the music video of Dream Out was finally released. It's so lively and colorful. The song is so catchy that it will make you want to hum along the song or dance to the beat. It's somewhat similar to Surprising Click, but there was no actual dancing this time. That's quite sad. Or maybe there's still a possibility, just not in this video. After all, the characters had been talking about the dances in their schedules, and Qiao Ling in the Chibi episode had even mentioned about new dance moves in this music project. But it's not in Dream Out, so maybe the dances will be in the other songs. But how the heck would Vane and Guang be dancing on their rock song? How? Well, of course I want to see them dance, but I can't imagine it with their song. Oh wait. Maybe there's a rap part or something? Oh, whatever. Give me Guang and Vane dancing. Oh, I'm begging, please. Ah! Now, about the Dream Out song's lyrics, well, the message overall appears to be about being free from the shackles or restraints, like maybe rules and regrets, and enjoy the moment as if they're in dreamland. So in other words, it's like, forget your worries and have fun, baby. So turn up the music. I think all of the characters have anxieties in some way, with Guang suffering the most. But Wang Qing guides them in having inner peace, while this ray of sunshine of a main character is leading the way with his cutie whistle. By the way, Dream Out's team also promises hope. How I wish all the main characters will be getting along in the main series, like how they've been working together in these promotional materials. Map of Dreams had been similar. I hope this happiness won't just be in a dream. So let's dream out getting higher and louder. Let's dream in the best show. But what about you? What are your interpretations related to Dream Out? By the way, that's not all we know. There are more Link lore and trivia on their preparations for their performances and on the actual music video for each group song. I shall discuss about those in a separate video, or else I won't ever be able to finish this video. I'll be working on them as soon as I found my mood. So, I hope to see you again on the next video. Thanks for watching and take care!